stage, President Trump and his first news conference as leader of the free world. His first visit from a foreign leader side by side, how they both answer questions where they differ, on torture, on Russian sanctions. And tonight, the other foreign trip canceled. President Trump angering Mexico, and we have new reporting here on the phone call today with Mexico's president. Authorities say the school massacre averted. 2 teenagers allegedly planning a Columbine-style attack. The chilling details coming in. The deadly police take down 10 officers under investigation tonight. A mentally ill man worried about his dog. Your money, the news tonight about buying a car right now. Where are the prices dropping? And the simple steps to saving thousands. And Carrie Fisher's last wish for Harrison Ford.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Friday night. And tonight, President Trump making headlines around the world after his first news conference as president, and his first standing beside a foreign leader, both promising to forge a partnership. But Britain's prime minister also not afraid to draw the line. Prime Minister Theresa May didn't waste time revealing what the president promised her about NATO after what the president has said about NATO before. She made it clear where she stands on Russia and on Russian sanctions and on torture after President Trump told us during our interview he believes it works. The British Prime Minister making it clear on her way to the U.S., quote, "We condemn torture." Here's ABC's chief White House correspondent Jonathan Karl leading us off.
For President Trump, his first big moment on the world stage, meeting with British Prime Minister Theresa May, showing off the bust he returned to the Oval Office.
And it's a great honor to have Winston Churchill back.
The two leaders briefly joined hands as they walked through the colonnade.
Today, the United States renews our deep bond with Britain, military, financial, cultural, and political. We have one of the great bonds. We pledge our lasting support to this most special relationship.
And the Prime Minister showed she knows how to connect with Donald Trump.
I'm delighted to be able to congratulate you on what was a stunning election victory.
But she was quick to point out what Trump promised her behind closed doors about NATO, which he had previously called obsolete. May said Trump reassured her now he's a firm supporter.
We're united in our recognition of NATO as the bulwark of our collective defence, and today we've reaffirmed our unshakable commitment to this alliance. Mr. President, I think you confirmed that you're 100% behind NATO.
And on the U.S. and European sanctions imposed after Russia invaded Ukraine, the White House has suggested they could be lifted, not Theresa May.
We believe the sanctions should continue.
President Trump is speaking with Vladimir Putin tomorrow. Today, he said he hopes they have a fantastic relationship, but
I've had many times where I thought I'd get along with people, and I don't like them at all. And I've had some where I didn't think I was going to have much of a relationship, and it turned out to be a great relationship. So, Theresa, we never know about those things, do we? But
from the British press, tough questions on some of the things that have made Donald Trump so controversial in Europe.
Mr. President, you've said before that torture works. You've praised Russia. You've said you want to ban some Muslims from coming to America. You've suggested there should be punishment for abortion. For many people in Britain, those sound like alarming beliefs. What do you say to our viewers at home who are worried about some of your views and worried about you becoming the leader of the free world?
this was your choice of a question. There goes that relationship.
On torture, the president told David he absolutely thinks it works. But today, the commander-in-chief promised to defer to his new defense secretary, retired General Mattis, who firmly opposes torture.
He has stated publicly that he does not necessarily believe in torture or waterboarding. I don't necessarily agree, but I would tell you that he will override because I'm giving him that power. So I'm going to rely on him. I happen to feel that it does work. I've been open about that for a long period of time, but I am going with our leaders.
And Jonathan Karl with us live from the White House tonight. And John, there's also news tonight. The president signing that executive order a short time ago calling for extreme vetting of people coming into the United States. Where are we talking about?
Well, this, the White House officials say, is keeping that promise of having extreme vetting from those coming in from countries with a history of ties to terrorism. Although, David, we're still awaiting details about exactly how that extreme vetting will work.
All right, we'll follow this into the night, John. Thank you. President Trump standing there with one leader today as a visit from another leader falls apart. The visit with Mexico's president at the White House canceled, and tonight, word of a new phone call between President Trump and President Peña Nieto. All of it after the president made it clear right here that Mexico will pay for the wall. They say, no way. ABC's Cecilia Vega at the White House tonight.
That proposed border wall tonight has two presidents trying to mend fences. President Trump and Mexico's Enrique Peña Nieto today on the phone for an hour.
I will say that we had a very good call. I have been very strong on Mexico. I have great respect for Mexico. I love the Mexican people. I work with the Mexican people all the time. Great relationships.
It came just 2 days after Trump's executive action ordering the wall to be built. The president saying American taxpayers will foot the bill, but telling David Mexico will eventually reimburse us.
We will be, in a form, reimbursed by Mexico, which I've always said.
So they'll pay us back?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
In an address to the Mexican people, Peña Nieto firing back.
México no cree en los muros.
Saying Mexico does not believe in walls, Mexico will not pay for any wall. And he canceled next week's visit to the White House. Mexico called today's conversation between the two leaders constructive and productive. President Trump describing it as very, very friendly.
So let's get to Cecilia Vega live at the White House tonight, because you're learning, Cecilia, that the White House now says President Trump has agreed to change how he talks about the wall in public.
Yeah, David, the White House says that President Trump and Enrique Peña Nieto have agreed to not speak publicly about the wall, they say, and about how the wall will be paid for. They say that is a conversation that will happen in private, David.
Cecilia Vega also at the White House tonight. Cecilia, thank you. Meantime, not far from the White House, the vice president today speaking to tens of thousands attending the March for Life. Anti-abortion protesters gathering in Washington. The vice president declaring life is winning in America again, and declaring President Trump's Supreme Court pick next week will help deliver on their promise. ABC's Mary Bruce in the nation's capital tonight.
And we are the pro-generation.
The anti-abortion movement came roaring through the nation's capital.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, Roe v. Wade has got to go. Hey.
Tens of thousands pouring into the streets for the annual March for Life. Crowds as far as the eye could see.
Life is winning again in America.
For the first time ever, the vice president speaking.
With you, we will not grow weary. We will not rest until we restore a culture of life in America for ourselves and our posterity.
The president tweeting, "To all of you marching, you have my full support." The Trump administration is already making the fight against abortion a priority. The president signing an order to ban foreign aid to abortion providers abroad.
I feel like we might be getting somewhere.
The new administration giving new hope to demonstrators.
Is Donald Trump a game changer here? Possibly. Hopefully, yes.
We've got this president speaking for the unborn. It's a huge difference.
Anti-abortion activists are calling for a ban on federal funding for Planned Parenthood and abortion providers, and want to see an anti-abortion justice named to the Supreme Court.
And that's why next week, President Donald Trump will announce a Supreme Court nominee who will uphold the God-given liberties enshrined in our Constitution in the tradition of the late and great Justice Antonin Scalia.
The debate over abortion now front and center. A recent poll shows 69% of Americans believe the Supreme Court should not overturn Roe v. Wade.
And Mary Bruce joins us live from Washington tonight. Mary, we're hearing reaction from Planned Parenthood late today.
David, Planned Parenthood says the vice president is pushing a radical and dangerous agenda that they say could leave millions without reproductive health care. David?
Mary Bruce live there in the nation's capital. Mary, thank you. During our interview with the president this week at the White House, he stood by his claim that he lost the popular vote because of millions of illegal votes. He says he's launching an investigation into voter fraud, and one of the examples he cited to me, Americans registered to vote in more than one state. And it turns out some of those voters registered in more than one state are in his inner circle. Here's ABC's chief investigative correspondent, Brian Ross.
Until today, 56-year-old Greg Phillips of Austin, Texas, was dismissed by top election officials as a conspiracy theorist blogger. who claimed that the Obama Department of Homeland Security hacked the election and that there were some 3 million illegal votes. Election officials say that is just not true, and Phillips told CNN this morning he was not yet ready to provide his evidence.
Do you have the proof?
Yes.
Will you provide it?
Yes.
Can I have it?
No.
But less than an hour after his appearance on CNN, Phillips was being cited by the president. Writing on Twitter, Greg Phillips and crew say at least 3 million votes were illegal. We must do better. Trump has spent the week pushing the false claim he lost the popular vote because of fraud, doubling down on what he told David Muir.
You have people that are registered who are dead, who are illegals, who are in 2 states. You have people registered in 2 states. They're registered in New York and in New Jersey. They vote twice. There are millions of votes, in my opinion.
But among the millions registered in 2 states are some people very close to the president. His son-in-law and White House senior advisor, Jared Kushner, registered in New York and New Jersey. His daughter, Tiffany, registered in New York and Pennsylvania. His chief strategist, Steve Bannon, who until this week was registered in Florida and New York. And his press secretary, Sean Spicer, registered in Rhode Island and Virginia. None break the law unless they vote twice.
That rarely happens. And oftentimes the voter is completely unaware that they are registered in 2 states.
Of the 136 million voters in the last election, fewer than a dozen were alleged to have voted twice, including this Trump supporter in Iowa who has pleaded not guilty to the charges.
And Brian Ross with us here tonight. We should point out again, as you just did, Brian, perfectly legal to be registered in more than 1 state, as long as obviously you don't vote in both states. In the meantime, about launching that investigation, a Senate Republican is saying we don't need one?
The top Senate Republican, Mitch McConnell, told the National Journal today he sees no evidence of any widespread voter fraud, no need for a federal investigation.
All right, Brian Ross with us tonight. Brian, thank you. We move on to other news this Friday night and to Florida. 2 teenagers under arrest this evening accused of plotting a Columbine-style attack at their middle school. Authorities say it was supposed to happen today, police revealing some chilling details, including their signal that would begin the attack and their plan to tell fellow students to wear white. ABC's Eva Pilgrim is in Florida this evening.
Tonight, more than half the students at this Florida middle school staying home after officials say they thwarted a possible shooting.
All I heard was that they wanted to shoot up the school.
A school resource officer says she was tipped off by a student. Authorities learning that the 2 boys, just 13 and 14, planned to open fire in the gym today when one of them dropped a pencil. They told some students to stay home and others to wear a white shirt to school.
They told them to wear the white shirts if they didn't want to get shot. However, the ruse was they wanted him wearing white because in one of our subsequent interviews, he divulged that the blood shows better on a white shirt.
The Sheriff's Department telling us both students researched and made detailed references to the Columbine massacre. This gun found loaded in one of the homes.
It was serious enough to the point that the other children were scared.
David, they are charged with conspiracy to commit murder. Tonight, officials commending those students who came forward, saying they may have prevented a terrible tragedy. David?
Eva Pilgrim, thank you. Next tonight, troubling body cam video from the Phoenix Police Department. Police attempting to arrest a mentally ill man on an outstanding warrant. The suspect told to put down his small dog, but he was pleading with them to call his sister to take care of the dog. They refused, then struggled to handcuff him. Moments later, that suspect was not breathing. Here's ABC's Matt Gutman.
The takedown, filmed by up to 10 police body cameras. But tonight, the death of this mentally ill man remains a mystery. In that video, you see Phoenix police officers responding to a call earlier this month.
Mohammed, stop. Put your hand behind your back. Wait, what for? You got a warrant.
Then they realize there is a warrant out for Mohammed.
Don't come in this situation, please. You gotta put the dog down. Put your hand behind your back.
After multiple requests, the officers take him down.
Get on the ground. Okay.
And haul him outside.
I cannot believe him.
Up to 10 officers help subdue him.
To the ground, to the ground. Yeah, here you go. No.
Suddenly, he's unresponsive.
Hey, let's start CPR on this guy.
Yeah. And his sister is suing the city.
There's no reasoning to justify this.
The department says it's investigating the incident, but it's worth noting that on average, most police cadets get 60 hours of firearms training and only 8 hours of training on dealing with the mentally ill. David.
All right, Matt Gutman with us tonight. Thanks, Matt. Around the world tonight, groups marking International Holocaust Remembrance Day at Auschwitz on the 72nd anniversary of its liberation. Dozens of survivors of the Nazi death camps laid flowers and wreaths at the infamous execution wall. Jewish and Christian leaders prayed at the site, some warning of rising violence around the world against Jews, Muslims, and foreigners. And there is still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Friday. Your money this evening, the cost of used cars now dropping. So where are the deals? And simple tips tonight to save you thousands. Also, the medical episode in Chicago today. The city's top cop falling ill right there during a news conference. The medical issue now revealed. A pickup truck plowing into a city bus, the moment of impact caught on camera. More on that coming up. And later here, the farewell wish from Carrie Fisher. Princess Leia's Academy Awards request to Harrison Ford. We'll be right back.
When I first started working with Capital One, my dad called them up and asked for the Jennifer Garner card, which is such a dad thing to do.